organization meeting, 6/31, April 11th, 2023. First thing we need to do is approve the previous minutes from last year's meeting. Did you guys have a chance to look at those and corrections or additions to those at all? If not, we'll take a motion to approve those.
Move to approve.
A second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And we can just turn it right over to you then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll pass this list around. That is a list of the people that have applied for homestead credits, for disabled veteran credits, and for real estate exemptions. So the homestead credit is based on either a physical disability or you're 65 years and older. It's based on income, less medical expenses. Once that is, the math is done, the bottom line determines whether you qualify for a credit on your property taxes. So I had 13 applicants for Gackle. All those applications came to my office. I reviewed and approved those applications. So it ranges anywhere from 20% credit to 100% credit. It's not always just all included. It depends on that final number at the bottom as far as the income goes. The disabled veterans credit is based on honorably discharged veteran, your percentage of disability as a veteran, and then that is has to be at least 50% or higher service-related disability before you can get the disabled veterans credit. That also, you have to show your DD 214 and your papers from the VA showing your disability. So I have those 3 applications. And then the certificate of real estate exemption applications, that would be your nonprofit entities in town, your churches and your, I suppose, the Legion and that type of stuff. So.
I noticed the congregational church is on there. You can take that off. Because that land was transferred to the care center.
And I think it still stays on there because it's owned by
The care center.
the care center.
But just
But I get what you're saying now. I should change the name of it, basically. It's owned by economic development then, right?
Future development.
Or future development, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that is my error on that list then.
Is there anyone new on there as far as from last year?
I don't think so.
I can't remember now, it's just,
Take a look at the list again and see.
yeah, I did, I just can't remember.
I think they're all existing. Well, I think there was maybe a couple that came off and a new one that came on. I don't like to drop names because it is a privacy thing, you know, as far as that goes, but there might be one on there that's, or 2 that are new and some went off.
Okay.
But they still had to apply and be approved, so.
And these are all approved, you said,
Yes,
right?
yep.
We just need to make a motion to approve that then, or?
Well, they're in the assessment books, so when you approve the assessment book, you're kind of approving those credits at the same time. It's up to you whether you want to do.
Are we entitled to know if any got not approved?
Yes, and there was none that were not approved.
Okay.
And we're also,
I think this one and this one are both, well, these 3 I think are kind of new.
okay, those are the 2 I.
These 2 for sure.
Yeah.
I don't remember if he was on last year or not,
Okay.
so.
This one was on last year, wasn't that lady?
This one?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
This one here.
This one?
Right.
Yep.
She was? Well, I move to approve the homestead credit apps
And the disabled veterans
and the state of
and the property tax exemptions.
Sorry, I thought that's why I asked
But
it.
you wouldn't have to, Lauren, you could do it we'll do it in the assessment.
Okay, so yeah, let's do that then. So
We approved that, that's part of it.
Yes, yeah,
and there's not much we can do about this. We've tried.
yeah.
So Lauren moved and who was second?
Just hold off, we're gonna wait until,
Okay.
and get it all together.
So next I'll go into the sales ratio study. That'll be the next page under your agenda. The first page is the commercial sales. So that'd be like any vacant lots, businesses that are valued as commercial property. There were 4 sales in 2022. Commercial property sales do not happen very often, and they rarely happen in Gackle. And so the 4 sales that I do have are from Napoleon. And as you guys know, since we have very few sales, we have to supplement the study with appraisals. And so I take the assessed price and I review the property and I determine whether it's valued properly according to if an assessor was going to assess it and come in and start over. So we have to have 10% of our commercial properties in the sales ratio study. That's mandated by the state tax department. So this is 4 years worth of sales. You know, when you see 22 through 19, I can use 4 years, and then the rest I have to supplement with appraisals. There's no recommended change in commercial sales for this year. I have noticed that I've had some vacant lot sales in Napoleon, which is good because that doesn't happen very often. You know, a lot of times there's a structure on the property. You don't get sales. And so I will be looking at next year doing a tiered type of valuation on lots. Because now that I have the sales, I have data to be able to say that something maybe needs to change with our lot values. Now, that's based on Napoleon's lot sales. So then when I look at Gackle, I'm gonna go economically, Gackle's lot values are probably gonna be lower than Napoleon's, but I'll come to you guys before I try to set those lot values. That'll be over the probably summer or late fall that we'll have a discussion about what needs to happen with lot values. But as of now, I'm leaving lot values where they're at. I have another sale I know that's coming through here in the beginning of May for Napoleon too, so that will help me kind of determine, but that's more of a Napoleon thing. But vacant lots are considered commercial property, so that's why I'm talking about the vacant lots right now. A vacant lot or a lot with a business is considered commercial. Then on the flip side, a structure, a residential structure with a lot is a residential, you know, property. So vacant lots just fall into commercial as far as
Whether it's residential or not.
right.
Yeah.
Well, because it's vacant, so it can be in the middle of town, but because it doesn't have anything on it, it's considered commercial. Yeah. Well, and
I was just gonna add, can we, well, I suppose we won't have any of the parcels. I just think that's crazy. That's,
which one?
well, 34%, 19%, 35%. It's just kind of weird. That
Yep.
I mean, we've seen that last how many years, but I just think that's crazy.
Yep. But then, you know, like here's that one in there, it's 161%, you know?
Yeah, I
So
saw
it's
that.
like, and a lot of our sales, you can tell are in that lower end. And, you know, but the part that's hard about commercial is that houses are unique too, but commercial properties are really unique. It's not like you have 3 bars in town that you can compare how one bar sold compared to the other one, or 3 motels in town, or, you know, it's a whole different animal for commercial property.
I see that, yeah, it's,
Yeah. The other thing a lot of times in commercial sales is there's a lot of like personal property that ends up being in the sale. And to try to,
That's what I was just gonna ask.
To
if
try
it's
to
like a
diff-
turnkey operation or something, but it's not.
right, so like for instance, the hardware store in Napoleon sold, it was a contract for deed, okay? Granted, on the deed, which is really nice, they break down and they say, okay, this is for the land, this is for the building, this is for the inventory, and this is for the goodwill, the name of the business, you know, the actual, it being something, you know. But that doesn't happen all the time. And so it's hard to tell how much is personal property and how much is just building and structure. So.
Okay.
But as of right now, I can't justify raising commercial values, but what I do have is good information about what I need to do with lot values. So that'll be a future thing.
Okay.
So I have no recommendations or changes needed for commercial values this year.
Okay.
Any questions?